Oh,
Sorry, just a bit phlegm there.
Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen,
Frog
welcome.
in my throat. Shh.
This is, listen.
Quiet time.
We're almost at 300 shows.
What is this one?
I don't know.
299?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Folk in Scotland. That's all you need to wait for.
Do you believe in numerology?
No.
Is 300 not a potent number?
Well, if I'm involved.
51. Is that a potent number?
No, trust me, it's not. It's the opposite.
A guy Stuart I work with, he's 58.
Okay.
And when I reminded him when he was 16, 2 years, he physically blanched.
Yeah.
He just, a pallor came upon him.
Well, I can honestly
Imagine being
say
60.
it's not that hard.
No.
It was 40, and I forgot my birthday. I was at work, and I forgot it was.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was October.
No.
Just working.
No.
And I came home from work, and my girlfriend's like, "Happy birthday, all this shit," and it hit me.
Oh, like
Is this my 40th?
like a ton of bricks?
I couldn't believe it.
Mm.
That was the first time I was shocked.
Yeah, that's when your hair
was-
just fell out overnight.
It just
The
went.
mane just went. Really,
I couldn't believe it.
You might as well end it at 40. When's Logan's Run? When did they die in Logan's Run? 30?
I think in the film, is it 25 in the film? It might be.
You are at
25.
your peak.
Well, yeah. I mean, I
Physical
remember being
peak.
24 and everything was. You were just
Bullet
fine.
bomb-proof. Actually
anything.
bomb-proof.
I would break bones and just go out surfing 2 days later.
Do you ever
and
get
then-
acid reflux?
No, I've never had that.
Well, I've never had it, but what I found, like last night at 10:30, I had a doner kebab
Mhm.
back for work. Now, when I was 24, I would never. But this
Oh,
morning, it's a little bit of the throat burn.
Yeah, there's. See, here's the thing.
Everything slows down.
Once you get over 45, I would say
Yeah.
you've got cheese is dangerous.
Oh no, cheese.
Bread is
No,
dangerous.
bread and cheese are fine with me. But just an overly spicy. Because I like to, I do my best.
But that's what
eating.
happens. The spicy doesn't affect me.
No, I do my best eating after 10 o'clock at night.
I don't eat
That's when I
after
have
8.
that's when I have my cereals.
I don't
and my
eat food
coffees
after
and
8
all that.
o'clock.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I don't
after
do that.
10:30.
No, but you will find that
Mhm.
some people it's spice, some it's like
Because
with me
40,
dairy.
40 you're okay, but 45 is a hell of a difference between 40 and 45.
Yeah,
And then
No, I
the
would
difference
agree.
between 45 and 50, as I can see by you,
yeah.
is just
It's
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 cataclysmic.
abusive. It's terrible.
You could have
It's
been
like-
you could have been Terry waiting it.
I have to say,
Mhm.
I've been quite lucky because the majority of
You're
my.
a vision in what kind of blue is that? Is that sky blue?
I'll show you what kind of blue this is. That kind of blue.
Oh wow! God, that's
Folk-
a wonderful item, isn't it?
Eh? It's
And these,
a Folk in Scotland podcast.
and we have
Goody.
merchandise.
We have merchandise that's available on our website that I
On
haven't updated in a year.
in a cold. I don't fuck's sake. On a cold winter's day,
Yeah.
that blue really pops.
I'll tell you something.
Uh-huh.
I deliberately don't update the website
Right,
now because
because you're
on the website
Uh-huh.
you get all the videos, all the podcasts, all in one place. But I don't like websites that are constantly changing
Yeah.
to get people in.
Is that your excuse?
I know I'll do it every. A website like that needs to change maybe every 3 years.
Okay.
I kind of feel that. Because if you're constantly updating it, it's just a place to
Desperate.
collate all.
Desperate.
Yeah, it's
Just
just a place to
desperate.
collate everything. There's nothing else there.
That when
just
when
a-
society ends,
Yeah,
there'll be one laptop left in the ruins,
yeah,
and our Morlock ancestors
yeah.
will find that, and we will be their new god.
Wouldn't it be great?
Imagine effigies to us.
Oh,
The law hell, but carved with our faces.
Oh, that
Can you
would be
imagine?
Because that's a piece of shit. That hill.
Oh, it's shite.
Do
that
something
hill.
with it.
It'll be a very soft stone.
It
Is it a
would.
sandstone?
I'm not
Is it
too
volca-
sure.
is it a volcanic
No,
block?
it should be hard.
It'll be a basalt.
Yeah, it should be okay.
Imagine us in basalt, glittering in the snap.
I think it would be wonderful.
Wouldn't it?
It's only a
Shit.
matter of time because
Uh-huh.
as despite Laura, listen, hen,
Right.
I am famous. He's famous. We're famous.
Watch her.
That's it.
Watch her. Our one female listener.
Our one female.
She's dangerous.
Now
There's her Daff and there's a
there's a
Chris's
few. No, listen. There's a
long-suffering.
few other
long suffering.
ladies. Ladies. There's a few other ladies that do listen to us,
Uh-huh.
and what mental state they're in to get to this podcast, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We accept
Well,
all.
being in the relationship with Chris,
Oh
that's
God,
long suffering.
that's
Laura seems to work in some coal mine. You can tell by her features. She's a
Coal
heavy,
mine.
she's a heavy set woman. And then you've got poor Dav, who keeps alluding to her sexually promiscuous grandmother.
Her gran. The stories, man. I've been hearing about it for years. It's shocking. So
I visualise her gran looking like Les Dawson.
don't all grans look like that?
Just
All grans. One of my grans did
heavy
look
forehead.
like that.
Yeah, big
The other one looked like, Zelda from Terrahawks.
like a startled.
Yeah.
People don't realise when you come to Dundee, you'll see some of the smallest women,
Tiny.
like little birds, like you think it's like a little songbird that's escaped from a cage.
My
and then-
girlfriend's 5'6". She's a giant.
and she's giant.
She's a giant.
She's wandering about through this.
When she puts her heels on, which she wears 6-inch heels,
Right, okay.
she towers most men.
Milliput. It's like Milliputian.
Yeah. Lilliputian.
Lilliputian.
Milliputian's more a militant wing of the Lilliputians.
No, I keep mixing up because Milliput's the two-part putty I like to use.
What
And
are you...
I always mix up Milliput and Lilliput. But Gulliver's Travels...
It's been said that no one knows whether you're a savant or an idiot.
Gu-
I know.
Gulliver's Travels, though, is a far greater adventure than you'd think. Everybody looks for the Lilliputians.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
They
forget
forget
the
everything
horses.
else. Yeah.
They forget there's giants.
Yeah, there's giants. He's tiny.
He's tiny to them.
They
So what's
forget
a
that.
Lilliputian to the... Oh, my God.
You don't
It's
see them.
But
They
there's the
don't
talking
exist.
horses.
There's a lot. Why do people only do that? I'll tell you why.
Disney.
Yeah. They only done one part because it's
Disney-
easier to do.
Disney fuck everything up.
Disney looks like they're going to be sold to Apple,
Are they? That's a
Yeah.
big company.
isn't it?
That's a megalith, a behemoth.
And they're going to be sold to...
Oh.
Yeah, it could be changes.
All
afoot.
these, remember you'd watch old 1980s kind of vaguely satirical sci-fi,
Mhm.
and it was always saying the corporation wars, and it would be Pepsi fighting fucking Kodak.
Well, yeah.
It's not. It's going to be these streaming services.
Isn't this like... It first started when these things came out in South America, McDonald's and that
Yeah.
would take over huge swathes of land
Mm.
for their cows,
Mhm.
right? Get their meat. But they had to protect it.
Uh-huh. So
So they had
rancheros,
militias.
militias, yeah.
Going around, and there was fucking gun battles. There was the whole lot. There was wars going on
Yeah.
over these cows.
Have you seen the great fields of shite in America?
Yes.
Because they feed the cattle corn.
Yeah.
Cows cannot digest corn,
Oh my
so their feces is like acidic. So there's lagoons.
That's right. And they're
And
all
it's
funny
the-
colour.
Because it's the corn lobby in America is quite powerful. So they insist, no, we'll feed cows. It's like it's turning your cat vegan.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It's impossible.
Yeah,
It's just-
very strange.
Imagine being a vegan. I was listening to the thing, but just billionaire class
Yeah.
and Musk. You know my feeling. I hate the cunt.
We hate them.
But he's part of this like transhumanist kind of guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he wants to. He's a big fan of Genghis Khan.
Fuck's sake.
And Genghis Khan, he likes Genghis Khan because Genghis
Yeah.
Khan's a big historical figure. Plus, he was very productive in offspring, and there's a lot of people can trace
That's
that DNA.
right. Straight back to him.
Musk wants to be the same. So he's got 10 official children, but I think he could have much more. So there's a good chance he's jizzing and he's got breeding farm somewhere.
What is that? What money does to you? Because we've talked about this before, that you do change with
Yeah.
the more money you get.
Yeah,
But when if someone says to you one day, you're the richest man on this planet,
yeah.
people around you act like it every day,
Yeah, yeah.
you see the benefits of
Yeah.
it in
I
all
think he's
different
an
ways.
idiot. I think he's an idiot.
Does it just, no matter who you are,
Aye.
it just, a switch goes in your head? It's like another form of puberty.
Yeah.
Something just
a
happens.
second, a skin's come off
and
something.
just click.
Your balls have dropped a little bit lower.
And this is what, like megalomania, this is
His
what...
pubes have grown pubes.
What? Can that happen?
Yeah. The
Now,
oldest man that ever lived.
you're not a doctor.
The oldest man that ever lived.
Yeah.
He started to grow a third set of teeth.
See,
And
where are you getting?
His hair, which had been white,
Mm-hmm.
came in grey, and it was starting to go black by the time he died.
Right. We're getting older and older,
Mm.
and a lot of it's to do with medicine and stuff like that. The majority of it's
Aye.
to do with canned food.
Yeah.
And getting good water. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
But they're actually starting... There was a report the other day that they were saying
Human 2.0.
cancer survival rates
Mm-hmm.
should be around 75% in less than the next 20 years.
Jeez.
of all cancers.
That's incredible.
It's going unbelievable. They reckon within a generation, cancer will essentially be a thing of the past. You'll be able
Wow.
to deal with it. Now, this is
That's
happening.
incredible.
If we start extending life, because that's why you hear this statistic that half of all people get cancer,
Yeah.
and it's kind of scary, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not entirely. It is true, but it's not. It doesn't give you the whole picture.
Yeah.
People haven't been getting this old,
Oh no, I've never seen this.
so it's old people getting cancer.
Again, in Roman times, folk not dying in their 30s.
Yeah,
But you hadn't
You-
died as a healthy looking 30-year-old.
no,
You'd look
it was
like an
hard
old.
going.
Yeah.
But so cancers appear in majority
Glad
of
you
people.
and I have been so lazy, but look, we're still
Look-
fucked.
Still, let's stay to me.
Fuck.
A limp. So it's half of all men, I think, get. So I think it's prostate cancer by the time
Yeah.
they're 80.
Yeah.
But you didn't get to 80, so you didn't
No, you'd
see
never
it.
seen that. Yeah.
You didn't see it. So what happens
Uh-huh.
when the average age is not 75, is 80, 85, 90? Now they're
Yeah.
showing that they can actually slow down the aging process and experiments and
I've
stuff
done it in
like
mice
that.
and fruit
Yeah,
flies.
and
Yeah.
actually they're started growing
Did
younger.
a fruit fly live for 2 days?
It's
It's going a bit.
it's really similar.
Couldn't fly or anything.
But
Took away its
what
license.
happens when the average age is 120?
Oh, wonderful.
But what happens?
What's the longest somebody could physically live, I wonder? The human body.
I think there's a top end.
Couldn't it go beyond 200? It's
No, I think there's a
impossible.
top end
Yeah.
unless
just
there's
wear out.
intervention.
Well, but that's what I mean. Musk
Well, what's the
wants to
point?
get his consciousness and put it on a rocket.
Oh, hopefully.
But
Fuck
Teal,
off.
there's a guy called behind Musk in that. I think Musk's a front man. I've always
Mhm,
thought this.
mhm.
But there's a guy called Peter Thiel. He's a self-hating gay guy. Very unpleasant.
Oh,
But he's involved with these Silicon Valley types. And they think that it's fascistic.
yeah, okay.
And they think that the big believers in this Western civilization.
Oh, right.
The white
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Fucking look into your history. Look into the
There's
Persian
no such
Empire.
thing.
Look
Yeah.
into bollocks.
There's no
look
such
into
thing
the
as
Benin.
Western
Look into
civilization.
the Benin Empire in fucking Africa. Look into these things. Never mind.
Yeah.
They think it's going to be. They think what's going to happen is they're worried. They don't see global warming as a threat.
Right, okay.
They're so big brained, these guys. You know
Uh-huh.
what the threat to humanity is? The sun going out. So they're wanting money from
Wait, what?
the sun going out in like 1 billion years. They want to prepare for humanity's exodus from the earth. So what they're doing is they're getting money off idiots, obviously, but they're gathering together these fucking idiots, these fucking Silicon Valley types who are pairing up and having multiple broods of children. They're calling them names like fucking Alexander the Great, Fibonacci. That's the names for their children. And
This does seem to come
yeah,
from a very
fascistic.
white perspective.
so they're
yeah.
breeding and they're training these children up to be. They think they're geniuses. Their children are going to be geniuses. This is the future.
Fucking white people, man.
It's fucking horrific
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
Now, if you put your child under so much pressure, he's obviously going to crack. He's going to hate your guts.
Yeah.
He's not going to achieve anything.
Well, if
But
he wants
this
to be
notion-
like a joiner
But
and have
this-
a good wage.
This notion that only rich people have clever children.
Oh, this is
idiotic.
but this comes from Britain especially.
Well,
It's still like that. You look at the military.
but yeah,
breeding.
But Britain's bad. But
We're bad at it,
Germany,
man.
there's an argument that Germany partially lost the Second World War because it thought the women are all just for babies.
Oh yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
everyone else mobilised women.
Yeah, that's very true.
But to think, God, the greatest genius that could ever live could be in Whitfield just now.
I heard a
It's
quote.
it's
and
obnoxious.
I'm going to paraphrase it and misquote it terribly.
Yeah, it
but
doesn't matter.
how many Einsteins were lost in the cotton
Oh.
fields
Oh yeah,
in America? And it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true.
you've lost people. Yeah.
You've lost people that could have put that. We could all been living on the
No,
moon.
but think about all those women that were never allowed to go. Again, it's recent female
Yeah.
suffrage. All those women that were not allowed to be educated.
Yeah,
The potential.
yeah.
It's nuts.
It's absolutely wild of what we've lost because of it's
Men being
a mafia.
it's scared men.
It's gangsterism. It's protectionism.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect my place by putting everyone
Yeah.
else down. Now, I had a
And-
friend like that.
Aye.
The only way he could look the best is made everyone around him look bad.
Yeah. Oh,
And you're like, you're insane.
yeah.
People
It's-
would like him if he made everyone
It's
around
like,
him.
it's incels. It's like the incel brigade.
Yes.
There was a time when they were just they would have thrived in the 1930s.
Well, here's
They
the
could
thing.
have gone about.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of. I've been looking into this as much as I can, and I've been looking at this time where real men existed.
It's never existed. Really.
It's never existed, right? This alpha male, this sigma male.
Yeah,
It's never existed.
No. Look at cuttlefish, mate.
It's like cowboys.
Those big cuttlefish.
Yeah. What
You
about
get the
cuttlefish?
big male ones.
They're scary. They attack you.
There's the huge ones, and they're
6
the
foot.
big dog,
Mhm.
and they have a harem of women. But this little males come in and get more hold than they do.
That's right. That's the howler monkey.
Yeah, the big nose one is a real one.
That-
But there's a guy. Have you seen the guy? I watched the video on YouTube, and he had been stalking a girl.
Mhm.
He'd worked with her. He'd exchanged a couple of words with her. They worked at like a McDonald's or something.
Right.
He wrote a song for her.
I've seen that. That's terrifying.
He pursues her, chases her,
Yeah.
and he calls the police because her dad threatened him.
Yeah.
And the police are like, and he said, "Oh no, but women have rape fantasies. They love to be chased."
Oh my God. Why didn't they just fucking shoot him?
Now there was a time. I don't like police brutality, but there's a time where I was watching a thing about stalking this morning. These women who have been murdered by these guys stalking them, the police should go round to the house and break one of their kneecaps and say, "If you go near that woman ever again, you're
no.
a dead man." Because the law can't protect
The
women.
funny thing is, when I was in my 20s and that, you're a bit more on the left and things need to be dealt with and stuff like that. But the older I'm getting, you realise that some things just can't be fixed. And you just go, oh, fuck them.
There's a lot of weird guys.
There's a lot of weird people
It's weird
about.
women, but there's
No, there is. I mean, when it comes to things like stalking and that, I think the thing with women, they're kind of ignored with it because they're seen as harmless.
Yeah.
No.
No.
If stalking's happening, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
You-
Someone who does, if an incel's after you,
Oh, my God.
they've nothing else to do.
I only discovered the incel thing about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of came to it late. I didn't pick up on it at all. And when you started looking into
It's
it,
terrifying.
it's
There's
fucking
a
terrifying.
manifesto now.
It's scary. Yeah, it's genuinely.
That guy
fucking hell.
that guy that shot up the gay club.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a bit of an incel. Did you
It's-
see his father that tracked down?
Oh,
his
that
dad?
piece of shit as well.
But they went up to the father, and the father was concerned. Oh, my son's not gay though.
Yeah.
The fact he'd killed 5 people.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, the
It's
incel
just-
thing. They just don't think. But I think they think there's a time back then where you could just kind of grab a woman and go, "Now you marry
It
me."
never happened.
Yeah, you have to learn. God, look at you and me.
Yeah.
We're not the best specimens. But
Well, I don't
women
know. I'm
seem to
kind
like
of
us.
all right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well,
We're doing
not really, but
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You just have to you just have to try. It's not difficult. If you can't even do the bare minimum to be attractive to women. it
I don't think
never-
it's anything to do with that.
No?
No. I think it's to do with their perceived lack of power.
Right,
I
okay.
think it's to do with that. I think this is
It's not
and the
really
fact,
about sex.
No,
Sex
and
is
here's the
never
next
about
thing.
sex.
You know why they choose women?
Okay.
It could be the job market. Incels could be all against the job market because it doesn't. Because you know what it is?
Oh.
It's because they perceive they can have power over them, whether it's physical. Whether
Mm.
they always say they're smarter. They always say these things. This is a power game.
Right.
And you know what shocks them? Do you know why they are incels?
Mm.
Because when they start getting around women, they realise they maybe aren't more powerful.
Oh, no.
They realise they're not smarter. They realise these things.
Imagine they're not even washing themselves and they think women are get find them attractive.
But they,
Jogging
I
bottoms.
watched the thing years ago, and it was this program. I think you saw it. And it's where they're fucking. These guys are fucking the real dolls.
Oh.
And there's one guy done really well for himself, and he has this shed that his wee microlight comes out the back of his house,
He would
private.
take it
And he
trips.
says, I'm like Superman. I fly, I do everything, and women don't like me. Why don't they like me? Because you're saying, why don't women like me?
Yeah.
That's your starting point. Just chill.
Imagine having a microlight.
Microlights, crashy as fuck. I think paragliders
What's
are
in your notes
crashy.
today anyway?
Oh, my
Did you
notes,
have a
yeah.
theme?
I actually have a
I
theme.
like to keep you.
19 minutes, we'll get the show started. It's a news update.
That's a news update.
Thank God. Thank God. 6 youths have been arrested for burning down Robertson's.
They weren't. They were just little guys in fancy dress.
Were they? Are they dressed as me?
Came when Watergate was burnt. Came when Watergate was broken into.
Yeah.
And they pretended just to be Johnnies and were like CIA agents and
Mhm.
stuff. That's similar. There'll be little Peruvian guys.
Because the thing is, when they said the youth's been arrested, I went, God,
like
they're going to be looking
13.
for me as well. Because
Oh.
they look, I pass for a youth all the time.
If you were walking down the street, somebody's Jimmy, wee boy, do you fancy going to get my message? And you turn round. It's like, fuck it. It's like, don't look now, Ken, in the streets of
Do you know
Venice.
what happened today?
What?
I was in Tesco's.
And
this woman
ticket card,
turned that was working there. She just turned and went, I fucking told them to get this. And oh, sorry. She fucking just started shouting at me. I must have looked like someone else there. I jumped. Oh, she went fucking scarlet because she started
This is in
effing and
Tesco's?
blinding. Yeah. Someone who worked there. She thought I worked there.
For the guy that
I think I'm wearing blue and she wasn't paying attention.
the guy, there's probably somebody who looks just like you. He's a guy that gets rid of the chewing gum.
By just picking up and eating it.
Picking up and eating it.
Another kid was arrested, a 17-year-old,
Uh-huh.
for stealing half the golf course, remember? Got broke into. Apparently it's just one person. He had like 3 putting greens under his bed.
Brilliant.
He just stole the grass and everything.
But that, even though those kids lit that place,
yeah.
it was encouraged.
Yes. Because what you do...
It's like walking into like a cat farm there.
I worry about when
Fish finger
companies
jack
do
on.
that because you know a kid's going to do it.
Yeah.
They could die doing
They
that.
could have died doing it. But there's a wee squad of them.
Yeah, 6.
They have all decided to go in and burn that place down.
No way. They've went in and someone has a lighter and they've lit a bit of paper. Fuck.
Aye.
And did you see the way that place burnt?
Oh, like nothing on earth.
You know what I mean?
Aye. I saw you down there, funnily enough.
No,
and you had a car,
no.
and you were emptying stuff out the boot and throwing it in the window.
No.
Looked like hard
Listen,
drives.
that sounds hilarious. That sounds hilarious, but people were putting it as a joke on. Right, honestly, you went on.
There's his hard drive.
You went
going.
on
I could
Twitter.
tell by the colour of the smoke.
You went on Twitter, and it fucking came up with a picture of the fire live, right, as it's happening.
Uh-huh.
Below it, Tayside Police. Below that, people said, "Have you been checking out this guy?" And it was me. Fucking no. I was waiting on it.
PC Murdoch was at the door.
I was waiting on it. I was like,
imagine.
Oh my God.
What's that thing people do when they phone the police on them? They swat them.
Yeah, that's essentially the swatting.
Yeah.
See, we don't really have the SWAT here.
Well, no, there is.
There is, but nobody goes out. They
No,
didn't bother.
no.
The only time we've seen the armed police is when they pick up T-shirts here, get their embroidery done. But they don't.
No.
I mean, they're always about, but you can't just phone them. They turn up.
No.
Because if so, there's a gun and there's this and that. But then again, I got shot at,
You did.
and they appeared.
Day of the Jackal stuff.
But I think it was lots of people had phoned saying we're being shot at, and then because I was standing waiting at the top of the hill town, and I'm talking to the person on the phone, and the camera's right above me, and she says, "I'm looking at you now." I went, "Yep, see you," like that. She went, "Right, brilliant. Now show me the house." I went, "Did you see the window up there with the gun barrel out it?" She went, "Oh shit," like that. She goes, "1 second, go round the back of the building." So I did.
Get out the kill zone.
So we're watching. And slowly but surely, cars just disappeared. They made a huge cordon. Quietly, all the cars disappeared. And then this post he was going to cross, and this guy in black came out and ran with me. They were everywhere. They just appeared from nowhere.
So guys in like camouflage.
Then, no, all black, and then they went straight up, and then...
You were about to lead in a phone box, and the arms come out. Guys like, move.
Honestly, it was great.
Master of disguises.
All their guns and everything went straight in. But by that point, the boys had fuck off. They were doing it, but they got them just down the hill because every road was blocked off, and they walked right into them.
Idiots.
But he got time, a lot of time for that. Young guy as well, just
Idiot.
a lot of time. So, Dundee. Now, I went out for a cycle. I needed to clear my head.
Clear your sinuses.
Yep. And I was really looking forward to the new part of the cycle path down at Moneyfeith.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because you have to cycle on the road there, and it's kind of awful. But they've made a new cycle path, wide. Everyone's parked their cars all the way up it. And I went, what the fuck, right? This can't be right. But no, I checked. There's been loads of complaints that since the moment they opened it, everyone just parks their cars on it. It's unusable.
Oh, no, they just need to ticket them all.
They have to ticket them all, or they have to put up barriers the whole way.
You remember the Dudup Castle?
Yes.
That road was just double. You couldn't get along it for cars.
That's right, yeah.
And it was all the lazy, because they get allowances and there's parking for the police, but they all parked up there.
Yeah.
Lazy bastards. But they just went up there and ticketed them.
Yes, and
ticketed them, and they stopped.
It happened here. The parking here was out of control.
Yeah.
And because people would park from the council and then just walk in.
Yeah.
right? And I'd come down in the morning, and I pay, and you can't get parked, so you're getting annoyed. So they brought in ticketing here.
Yeah.
No one believed it.
No.
It took about 2 months, and then their court papers came in, and then it all stopped.
Yeah.
But they were racking up. It's £100 a ticket.
Is it? Fuck.
And they were parking for 2 months here before they stopped.
Would
it took about 2-3 months.
Come to an arrangement, it would have had to have coughed up the fuel.
Well, the thing is, that's what these companies, that's why they charge a lot. And if you see some of the cars here, there's piles of tickets.
Yeah.
They will claim it back. They will go after it. There was famously a girl here that would park down at her mum's.
Right.
And there was no parking on the street. And she could park in her mum's sort of drive down the docks way. So she'd park on the street. The guy was going around, see here, you actually can't park there, so just try and park in the drive. Come back the next day. Parked on the street. Look, you're going to get a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Came back the next day, she was there again, so you give her a ticket. And she went, I'm not paying that. This is my mum's house.
Aye.
Right? She ended up with about £1,000 worth of tickets. By the time she was finished, right, in court, it came to like 29 grand. And the court made her pay it and said, you have been given, they even offered you, look, you've got this tons and tons of tickets. They offered you like just a few £100, pay it, and it's all gone. And you said no. They've done nothing but try and let you off with this at every point. So now you're going to have to pay. It was like 29 grand.
She'll never get under that.
29 grand. But you should have seen her attitude. I don't need to pay it. I'm a citizen.
That's the thing, yes, a sovereign citizen. This shit, though, they think, it's okay if I just do it. But the thing is,
everyone,
traffic wardens are kind of loath, but without them it would just be crazy, because folk didn't have...
Nobody gives a fuck. This is it.
Folk will park up in pavements.
We've got cars dumped here.
They're just on the
No
pavement.
one knows who they belong to.
No.
They went to all the garages. We don't know. They've just all been dumped.
Jesus.
It happens all the time.
I'll check the boots. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Because there's been some of them all smashed in because people see them here for ages.
Yeah.
And
Used to be a caravan out the back. I'm sure you were living in it.
No, there was a guy living in that.
Was there somebody living in it?
You'd come past when I was doing...
He's just yawning.
No, he'd be outside with his cooking.
No.
He'd be in the thing.
Who was he?
Don't know. But he was in our car park for how long was that? Ages.
It's a spell, yeah. I thought, was he not the guy that was a security guy? I've not seen... Is they still ticketing people?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah,
I've not seen them going
No,
about.
they drive about. They come around.
Okay.
The guy that comes around, he knows all the cars that should be here and shouldn't. So you see him
I'd love
zero
that.
it
I
in.
should never do jobs like that. I'd love it too much.
And you see him taking a picture.
I'd love it too much.
Then he goes away. Then an hour later he comes back and gives the ticket.
I'd love it too
Loves
much.
it. 100 quid.
Mm.
So, Dundee Winterfest.
Oh God. Is that in the key
Not
at all?
Wankerfest.
Okay.
Winterfest has an interactive map.
Oh.
Now wait, is it Slessor Gardens? No matter where you stand in the garden, you see every part.
Yeah.
Why do you need a map? Money wasted. That's what that is.
No, but I know how these things work, because some IT fucker appears, like the Pied Piper of Hamelin.
Yeah.
And he just bamboozles them, and then
it's just nonsense.
And because they don't know much about anything like that.
All the kids, it's all on their phone.
They think, we need it. Yeah, we need it.
They
need
won't
that.
go unless they do.
We need this.
Like 10 grand. Oh, fuck.
It's like the kid in the Edinburgh Festival. Remember the old catalogue used to give all the events? Does that still exist?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
A fucking nightmare to use. You just use your phone.
Use your phone.
But yeah, no, that Slessor Garden things. It's so sad.
Do you
It
remember
looks like
a couple
something
of years
that
ago?
happened in Ceausescu's Romania.
It's so bad. Do you remember a couple of years ago the Ferris wheel brakes went in the wind and it was whizzing. You could hear it going. It was so
the
fast.
lights are always broken on it, and it looks.
It's
really
just
annoying.
everything looks shit. And are you going to take your kid to it? It's just.
Are they not want some kind of parade in Dundee with flaming balls?
What? Like I used to go to the
kinda
Stonehaven one all the time.
Yeah, I think they're wanting something like that. I think they're wanting a torchlit thing in Dundee.
I went to it every
Bad
year.
move.
Right? Do you want to know why I stopped?
Why?
They started advertising it in
Just go
magazines and everything around the world.
Uh-huh.
And there was private flights coming in from the States.
It was just a local thing.
And it's just a local...
Yeah.
You're going to be so disappointed. Now, you used to walk and just go to the front and watch it, and it was just something to do, right?
Yeah.
The last time I went, there was about 30 people
Was okay.
deep. You couldn't get into the town. And we were there early.
Oh.
You couldn't get in. There was thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. It was unbelievable.
This gets spoiled.
It was
There's only
ruined.
one set of balls as well, isn't
It
there?
was ruined. The one of the times we were there, it was I can't remember the Scottish presenter, short hair, and she was
Jonathan King,
girl.
Ross King,
No,
Shireen Nanjiani.
don't know. Faulkner.
Oh, Lisa Faulkner, big jaw.
Yeah, her.
Lost a lot. She's very fit. She runs.
She does Pilates.
She made her name on the Blind Date with Cilla Black.
I believe she went to Errol Airport just outside Dundee, and she jumped out of a plane and shot herself.
Actually,
She actually shot herself.
I
she was at school.
would shit myself.
Yeah, well, anyway, she was there, and there was all these drunk guys in kilts behind her, and they were all just chanting Channel 5, because she was on ITV or something, so she moved up a bit. And then every time it went live, and she's going, and here we are, out came an arse right behind her. It was just so entertaining. I just loved it. A kilted arse right in front, and they're like, and you see her moving, the cameraman's trying to get behind her and that, and they just weren't having it. It was lovely.
I remember I was watching, this is got about 15 years ago, there was a fireman strike,
Mm-hmm.
and they cut to the picket line, and they had their guy for ITV like talking, and
Yeah.
behind them, one of the firemen had his walloper out and was waggling it about.
Oh, wonderful.
But I couldn't. I think it was a rubber phallus he was using, but he was just shaking it about.
shaking it.
So I was pissing myself laughing. So I phoned. I complained as a joke.
Did you? Yeah.
And phoned in, and they denied it. They didn't. I says my wee Jimmy was having these cornflakes and almost choked because of his phallus. But they says no, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
You're very good at writing and phoning in and doing stuff.
Complaining, yeah, I like to do it just out of sheer menace.
Well, I obviously I've said
I made some
before-
accusations against Philip Schofield. And
Oh
that
God,
was
right.
denied.
I used to like opening things on dating sites of
Oh.
just bizarre people and stuff. And I'd done the one and it was uniform dating where it was an abattoir worker covered in blood. And that cost
Somebody
me
will probably be
just to make a
just
joke.
to make a joke.
No one contacted me.
Of course they didn't.
It was beautiful. It was in front of tiles.
How
There
weird.
was blood and everything.
Traffic warden.
Yeah, it was that sort of thing, you know.
That guy,
But I've done it
Fat
before.
Elvis, the guy from the security guard at Tesco's.
Yeah,
Nice
there you
uniform.
go. That's a uniform.
That is.
But I used to do things like that all the time.
Yeah, just.
And it cost me money. I
Oh,
would,
yeah.
I would put adverts in the newspaper.
I used
I
to
would do all sorts of things just to make me laugh.
I would send letters to Cape Ross, and the rubber cock I found in the street, and
yeah.
I sent it to him, and he
Oh.
would send it back, and I would send it back, and I specialised in postcards.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Rangoon was a famous one. I found a photograph of this guy in Himalayas.
Right.
So I pretended that Ross and this guy were having a torrid affair. So it was
Mhm.
like, remember Rangoon. But then I sent I had postcards that says that accusing Ross of being sexually attracted to postmen.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And
you've
you
got
get
to.
the postman used to give him some funny looks.
I used to do it with a friend of mine. Everything. I would get a packet of Haribo
Oh,
sweets,
good.
but you'd do it as a dildo supply company and all this, and it'd be like a 4-foot long thing.
Um,
And it cost me, and there was nothing in it
Oh,
apart
I-
from a packet of
I would
Haribo.
send parcels. Yes,
Yeah.
parcels shaped like
Shaped
a
like
cock
a
and
cock.
ball.
I remember if it was my mate, if it was her birthday or anything like that, and there was people around, I'd go around with a present.
Oh,
It was always. I remember getting a cactus and 2 oranges for her.
brilliant.
It was just everything was just a cock.
I would send rabbit shit through the post. It eventually had to stop. He kind of pleaded
Yeah.
with me, you've got to stop this.
Yeah,
And
please
like my
stop.
postie Stephen would say, I'm not even giving this to get some little soggy envelope.
Yeah.
And it would come in like a clear plastic bag.
Oh, wonderful!
Because
No.
that black cock thing I found in the street had
It was oozing.
it oozed. It had it was like a fucking oil came off this thing. It was degrading.
I would do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But I spent so much money.
Aye.
It
Oh,
was-
yeah.
There was one friend, she was getting really it was her 40th
Right,
actually,
okay,
getting
okay.
really paranoid about it.
Right,
Same
okay.
age as me, so that was that long ago. So I got the biggest advert I could pay for
Yeah.
in the Courier,
Uh-huh.
and happy 60th.
Oh.
And it just was a sort of very kind way to insult her and everything I said of all her ailments
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
They printed it without question because they wanted the money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and every one of our friends saw it. But people were really offended by it. It was just clearly a joke.
Back in the day, yeah, folk used to have dating correspondence on like Private Eye magazine and the Courier. Does that still exist?
The Courier. In the 90s they had that in the Courier.
Work?
Where you'd meet
send
someone.
away a thing and someone would come back a fortnight later. What?
Ah, it's weird.
Do you ever have pen pals when you're at school?
No, I never had that.
I signed up. We all signed up in my class to pen pals when we were 12.
Yeah.
I was getting letters from people at mum and dad's house till I was about 30. But we're still children. They'd put your name on some database.
Oh, that's weird.
So you were a child.
Oh my God.
I just get these weird American things. But I'm sure some of them weren't children.
Oh.
But they thought I was a child. It was weird shit.
I saw a joke the other day on
That's
was
dead,
it
there's no
YouTube
pen.
or something, and it was these guys, they were acting like, paedophile hunters. We were pretending to be an 8-year-old, and we've made a meeting with this person. They open the door, and it's an 8-year-old, and they go, "Oh," and shut the door again.
There's a paedophile hunter. Do you know there's cells of them? There's loads of them in the UK.
I find them really worrisome.
I find them very worrisome. It's
Yeah.
one of these things. If you say you're worried about it, they think, "What's wrong with you? A paedophile or something?"
Yeah.
But that one guy, he'd rocked up. This is police matter.
Yeah.
But why are they? Can I mean?
They're allowed to be a vigilante.
But they're allowed to. Are they on site? Are they looking at child images? You know what I mean?
I feel there's a lot of people in hiding within these.
Yes.
Right, it's just a bit.
Yeah, hiding in plain sight.
It seems
But
a bit
one guy
strange.
said he'd rocked up to this house. They showed up at this guy's house. His wife and kids and everything were there. And the wife's like that. They told the wife what was going on. And you're like, yeah, you can't argue. The guy is despicable, but no, it's not the way to go about stuff. They should immediately contact the police. I don't like the vigilante stuff. It's because things go terribly wrong. Who's to say it's him?
Yeah,
Who's to
they're
say,
not the police.
No, but who's to say it's somebody set? It could theoretically it could be somebody pretending to be him.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of fucking things.
There's shenanigans.
Yeah,
there's shenanigans. I don't think that's for the police.
Everyone's
and people seem to let them away with it because it's paedophiles and everyone hates paedophiles.
And I've sometimes seen the guys dressed up and they're a bit tactical, like they're.
Yeah,
like if you tried to get in the police and for some reason you're not in the police,
dodgy people,
shady. Yeah, I know paedophiles is despicable. I'm not defending the fuckers.
No, not in any fucking way.
But
these paedophile hunters, I don't know the sort of rules behind that. I'm not too keen on that.
No,
vigilantes is where it all goes wrong.
No, say
it happened here. There was riots here just the other month about a paedophile in the area. And people saying he's a paedophile. We know it. Apparently not. Apparently the wrong address.
Shit.
So
there's a woman. There was an article in the press the other day, and a woman she'd stabbed a guy to death who'd abused her children, and she got the jail and everything. But that was just this. He was allowed to change his name. He was living on this estate. He had employing all these kids to do stuff for him.
It's horrific.
Again, if you're a parent, then they can imagine. But yeah, it's fucking hell.
You can't kill someone.
No,
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand completely.
No, you can't become so. I listened to a podcast the other day, and it was about vigilantes, but they were dressed up as superheroes, but they would do stuff like pick up litter.
Yeah, that.
Or they would
That's it. I've always said that.
Protect crossing lanes for children. Do all this kind of stuff.
Pet dogs.
Yeah,
lovely.
Yeah.
Dundee shopkeeper jailed for pretending to be dead dad. Now, how much do you think he got in benefits?
Tenner.
It was 22 grand, and he's got his own. He's self-employed. He's got his own business, and for 22 grand, he's lost
got the
it
jail.
all.
Jesus,
he's lost it all.
Did they bury the father, or did they just keep him in the house?
Him in the. But this is Dundee. This happens all the time.
Well, Greece.
Mm-hmm.
If any Greece listeners tell me otherwise. But I think a lot of people in Greece back in the day were claiming for dead relatives.
Right.
It was quite a common practice.
Because that was the oldest person in the world. Yeah. The Guinness Book of Records went to visit them and found a corpse.
You didn't.
They were getting their brew money.
I think you just don't inform anybody that anybody's dead, and the money just keeps on coming.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a bleak thing.
Very bleak.
The Wellgate shopping centre that had a value of £500,000 was sold for 14 million. looks like it might be getting knocked down.
The Wellgate.
The Wellgate. Now, that's the biggest shopping centre in Dundee. It could easily be refurbished and all ready to go, but
I went in there the other day
shenanigans.
and none of the escalators were working.
Really? They're running it down. It's going to be houses.
None of them are working. There's these little lifts. No, it's terrible, mate. There's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it. They're going to turn
It's
it into
charity
housing.
shops.
Yeah. This is another thing. Because you think about it.
Housing's where the money is.
Land like that, 14 million,
Mhm.
and you've got maybe 4 or 5 story houses built in all that area.
Mhm.
Holy shit, man. 100 million?
Well, I worry because I don't know though. In Edinburgh, they've got the Golden Jobby in the St James Centre,
Which I looked into, and it's there. You're quite right.
but that's this new system.
Mm-hmm.
So on the top floor, it's accommodation.
Oh my God.
So it's like a kind of city. But the problem with that is, if I'm on the street,
Yeah.
I can photograph, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
right.
a public space. That's not a public space. And you're saying you're living within a structure that's like got security.
This is Scotland's version
It's
of
like, yeah.
Neom. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
line.
like but it's like when you put a post office in a street in Dundee.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put a post office inside a Tesco's, if you were filming yourself complaining about something,
Yeah.
the staff could say you're not allowed to film in here
Mhm.
because it's private property. I don't know, but the Golden Jobby one, I don't know how many people have bought, but the top deck, which is all open to the elements. There's like flats and there's
That's
the
bizarre.
cinemas. It's
I
like
wouldn't want to
it's like a town in the sky.
see. This is what always happens if you've got an old building in the city.
yeah,
Someone comes in, says there's going to be luxury flats, there's going to be a built-in cinema, there's
luxury
going to
flat.
be a pool, there's going to be this and that. One, it usually never happens.
the one
Two,
that-
if it does, it's just flats for students.
there was a flat, an old mill building up off the Perth Road, and that had a pool in it and stuff. The
Mhm.
pool shut because people wouldn't pay the
Yeah,
money.
it's going to be incredibly
um,
expensive.
Yeah,
to
very
maintain it.
expensive to maintain. The thing is, pools. If you're in Australia, everyone's got a pool.
Yeah,
Pool maintenance is cheap as chips.
it's part of living. Yeah,
There's 40 guys in your area who are pool cleaners. In Dundee, if you had an outdoor pool, who's going to maintain it?
it's rare. I was delivering a van once to a guy in Broughty Ferry.
Did he have a pool?
Lovely guy,
Mhm.
huge house, own
Huge.
big. You're going into just middle of houses, and there's this huge bit of land, and
Aye.
it's got this beautiful pool in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him about it, and he says, "Worst thing I ever bought."
Yeah.
He says, "You know, I got to the stage where I could afford something like that, so I got it." He says, "Just
But to heat it,
yeah," he says, "It's a fortune to run it." He says, "It's
to
not
keep
worth
the
it."
water clean, it's not worth
Because
it.
it's not the same. We don't have people
No.
to do it.
We don't.
I mean, to get this electricity meter changed, 2 guys came from Glasgow,
Oh, jeez.
right? Who are you going to fly in from France to fix your pool? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was in the town the
No
other
one
day
does it.
looking at the Wellgate, which is falling to bits, as you say.
yeah,
But they were building it burnt down, but they've rebuilt it there's going to be a Tesco's in the middle of the town.
yeah.
But they've spent all this money in this lovely building. It blends in beautifully.
It blends in
But
beautifully.
everything around it's absolutely fucked.
Yes, it's
Just mouldering.
insurance.
Dundee
for
City
that.
Centre has got so bad, folk will go off a bus,
Mm-hmm.
walk up to the city centre, go, fuck this, and go away home again.
Totally,
It's
agree.
off-puttingly bad.
Yes.
It's off-puttingly
Well, I
bad.
said that when I went down to get my vaccination. It was a bit early, so because I thought there was going to be queues of that. There's none of that
No,
anymore.
none.
So I went walking around, absolutely shocked.
Nothing to shop
And
in.
it's one thing that we take the piss out of Dundee, as we should.
Ah,
you've
yeah.
got to say things, but it wasn't fun.
No,
It wasn't
there's
fun.
nowhere to kill an hour
it
walking
was
about.
all the windows are spray painted, broken.
Shite, sticky floors.
None's been cleaned.
Nothing's been cleaned.
Totally shocking how bad it was.
All charity shops.
Mm-hmm.
It's all charity
The
shops.
pound shops have closed down.
There's a pound shop. Yeah, it's shut. It's a fucking disgrace.
It was like the main pound shop is gone.
It's gone.
They are struggling. It's fucking
There's
terrible.
something going on there. That's piss poor management by
It's
Dundee.
terrible management. And then you've got
I
Marks and
think it's
Spencer's
gone.
is going.
Once Marky's goes,
That's it.
Because that brings in a lot of the older wait ladies,
That's right.
and they always go and have a wee coffee and a wee.
That's
scone
what my mum
somewhere.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only place she
that's fun.
shops for her
I
clothes.
think it's got to such a stage. I don't think there's any saving it. I think it's so major. What solution are they going to come up with? There's too many. The tipping point for empty shops is too great. There's
What do
a
you do?
Victoria wine on Reform Street that's been closed for 20 years. They can't
They can't.
rent
Yeah,
out.
they can't.
It's
do
not
it.
even a vape shop. It's just nothing.
There's nothing there.
Mm.
There's nothing. It's very concerning at this point.
Questions need to be asked. I think they should just let us run it.
I do have ideas.
Oil wrestling.
Oh God, you're way ahead of me.
Just have oil wrestling. You go in.
But big
You-
burly men.
No, just a mix. Just everybody.
Oh, good
no,
for
it's
that, good for
inclusive.
No, I just thought you were going
No,
down
no,
a route.
no. It's all
Hairy
open.
chests.
All open to the public.
Okay.
That bank on Reform Street, it's empty.
Oh, it's a
But
lovely building.
Visualise it.
Yeah.
Big deep tank filled it with chip fat oil.
Oh, the smell.
Used oil, so you're reusing it,
It smell good.
and then you just go and you pay your tenner, and you just get stuck in. Everybody's just rolling.
Oh,
about,
it'd be mobbed. There'd be
just
queues.
rolling about in it, and then they've just got some seats, and the folk outside free could just sit and watch it.
Do you remember when Wimpy? Well,
Mm.
no, that's before your time, before coming to Dundee. But Wimpy used to be where McDonald's was in Dundee.
Uh-huh.
There used to be queues outside it.
It was
Then
exotic.
McDonald's came. There was no queues.
No, Wimpy. I remember Wimpy's. There was a Wimpy in Elgin,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to cook this food in front of you.
Yes, it was great.
But then it
And
became like a second-rate McDonald's later on, and it's
it
like-
was.
There
I-
still are Wimpys, I believe.
You know what they used to do?
What?
The popular thing when I was a kid was cold tomato soup.
Oh,
So that you'd get a cup like a milkshake. They'd
Oh.
open a can of tomato soup, just pour it in,
I like.
give
cold-
you a straw,
I love.
and away
cold
you
tomato
went.
Soup. I would have.
I never had it. I saw my
I'd
friends
have,
had it.
I have cold tomato soup quite a lot.
Yeah, but would you want it that cold out of shop?
Yeah.
And it no, it's
I
horrible.
put ice cubes in it.
You're a disgusting fucking animal.
Mm.
Now
I'd
this
bathe in tomato soup.
is the most
Well, it
Scottish.
could be next to the oil thing. Tomato soup shop. Each
This-
window
everything
could
would
have a
smell
different
great.
ingredient. You have a chocolate one.
You get sprinkles
And
when you
oil.
get to the end.
Just every one. Come on, Chug. We'll go doing the filling the marshmallow tank. Just all these big fat lasses just getting stuck
Oh
right
God, that's Dundee. But here's the most Scottish
in.
thing.
Animal. We could have a shooting place.
What?
Fill it with rats, and
Uh-huh.
people could take their terrier dogs in.
They do that anyway.
Just ratting.
That's
ratting.
relevant to our last story. This is the most Scottish thing I've ever heard of, and I've never
Does
heard
it feature
of
a
this.
haggis?
Listen, sun poisoning.
Okay.
Your face can double in size because you're not used to the sun. Because in Scotland, we've never seen
No,
the sun.
yeah.
So when you go into it on holiday, you get a thing that I think only in Scotland you call it sun poisoning.
Jesus.
Being poisoned by the sun. Do you remember there was someone on this floor?
Just as well
They got
Scotland's
ill.
not getting to the World Cup.
I know.
Because Qatar would just, there would be all.
I was in Qatar in like 1 a.m, and you ran from had to run from the plane through the airport out into another plane. I left the plane and thought the engine was blasting in my face. It was just the air.
Oh, Jesus.
I've never felt heat like that in my life.
I turned on the TV this morning, there was some guys, the Welsh are supposed to be able to sing.
Uh-huh.
These guys couldn't sing.
Really?
They're about to get sun poisoned.
Oh my God. Sun poisoning.
Okay.
So isn't that the most Scottish
I was
term?
when I was a kid, we went to a birthday party, and the lad whose birthday it was got sunstroke.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like a rag doll. He
Oh, I've
was
had
just- he was
sunstroke
almost-
once.
He was just collapsed.
I went across the They used to have a kite shop,
Ah.
and I went across.
A kite shop.
Well, you know the big giant kites.
I know.
I've got a power kite. Anyway, I went
Oh,
across. I
jeez.
got new lines coming, so I went to pick them up,
For your kite.
and I walked from the West Sands
Ah.
into town, picked them up. Went, oh, there they are, brilliant.
Your knees went.
Went halfway back. Did I drive here? And I felt a bit, not nausea, but just before that.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't remember if I had a car or not. Then I couldn't remember if I owned a car or not.
Mm.
And I was like, fuck. I was with a friend of mine, and they were like, are you okay? White as a sheet. Couldn't remember anything. And
Yeah.
that's what it was. But I didn't know if I had a car or not.
Oh, fuck.
Couldn't remember. It just cleared out my head. And then I started getting genuinely beyond that confused. It's like,
To be honest with you, it's if you fully recovered.
nah, I don't know. But that's the only time I've ever had it. And it took
It's
seconds.
you and your hats.
It took seconds.
You need to let your head breathe.
No, you
You
see
let
my
that
head.
hat,
It's, God, it looks like a testicle.
It's
And our final story.
looks like a cashew nut.
That's not good. Our final story. This is, yeah. Dundee woman complains of rats in house.
Okay.
She discovered them when they kept using the remote control to change the TV channel from "I'm a celebrity to get me out of here" to something she didn't want to see.
She's on drugs, isn't she?
An article.
They'll come up through your lavy.
Oh, they come in your
Up
house.
at U-Bend, yeah.
They cleared out a building from around us a few years ago. They're walking across the walls. They're going up trees. You're just watching them everywhere.
I pet rats. They're geniuses.
Oh, they're brilliant. I love
they're
rats.
Really brilliant, intelligent animals. The average Dundonian, they'll outfox them every time.
Yes.
It's not even a competition.
No hard.
They'll just move into your house.
Oh, they're unreal.
You'll be in the shed. How did this happen?
But they're big as well.
Oh, a big buck rat.
Big rats.
They get big, yeah.
But especially if they come into your house.
Oh, Christ.
You know what I mean?
You can't, horrible.
We had
diseases. There was a guy in my hometown got rat catcher's jaundice.
Oh, God.
Because he'd put his softy roll down in a park bench and a rat had pissed on it.
Oh, it'll make you blind,
Yeah, it's horrible disease.
It's not a good disease.
No.
But the girl
Wheels disease.
It was downstairs years ago. She complained to the landlord, "There's rats." He goes, "There'll be mice or something. There's no rats here."
Yeah.
And he come up to talk to me. She's going on about rats. I went, "Oh, they're over there."
Oh, yeah.
I went, "See them all the time." He went, "Not rats." I went, "No, you see them."
Yeah.
I says, "And you'll see them at the back door there, because the back doors had a steel plate put on it to stop them eating through."
Yeah.
They would just eat through it, and it, honestly, about 6 to 8 inches deep, they just pull it away.
When I worked in NCR,
Incredible.
Night shift, I'd come back into town in the morning to walk
Mm-hmm.
home, and the rats were doing relays. They were running
Oh,
up.
God, it's
There's
like,
the bins.
yeah, the cycle route I take.
Up
I've
and
mentioned
down.
this.
So where Tesco is in Riverside. They run up and down there all day long.
I can't cycle some nights because
Yeah.
if it's a high tide, particularly high tide, you're, oh, fuck, and I don't want to run them over, and you're going around them. There's so many,
But
and the noise.
If you corner the fucker, they'll go for you.
Oh, yeah.
And they could run right up your leg.
Oh, they'll attack you, yeah. And they jump.
Oh, you'll jump.
But the thing is, there's so many of them, and they're
Yeah.
just, and people say, "Oh, I've never seen them." It's like, where have you been?
Yeah.
You can't even get past them.
Anywhere near water.
Yeah.
In Dunkeld, a lovely place, Dunkeld, down at the water having a sandwich a few years back. Hundreds of rats going about. Now that's a very beautiful rural town.
The rats are everywhere.
They're just everywhere, yeah.
There's famously in Dundee, when the tide goes out, just where we're talking about, you can see the docks from like 1,000 years ago, and all the bits of wood are standing up.
Pylons and stuff.
And I saw a bird on it one day. I was like, "Fuck, that's a big fat," but it was a rat sitting on it. It had to be.
Huge.
It was massive. I was like, "Fuck!" It swam out, went up this thing, just sat there.
When my mum and dad were doing up a house years ago, taking up the floorboards, and here was a nest of rats.
Yeah,
They'd been maybe gassed or something,
uh-huh.
and it was in the old newspaper. They'd torn up all the newspaper to make the nest. It was like the newspaper for 1840.
Isn't it meant in this country you're never more than 6 feet away from a rat?
I think that's maybe not true, strangely.
I think, well,
but there'll be more rats in the UK than people, I'd imagine.
because like in this building, you think this building's empty and stuff. They'll be through it. They'll be through it. In
the thing
base.
is, when we think about back in the day, Dundee and its squalor,
Mm-hmm.
the rats, people hadn't been throwing out food.
Yeah, it was easy
now,
living for them. Yeah,
Now, but they hadn't thrown out food because people were eating it all. They didn't have enough. Now the waste.
Oh,
Imagine you're a rat, like a whole pizza.
oh my God,
Yeah,
living the dream.
Yeah, like but human vomit.
Have you
Imagine
seen-
human vomit, the nutrition and that fucking
It's
stuff.
good for
there.
you. It's a warm meal.
Kind of used to just be porridge and dry toast. Now it's like fucking Taco Bell. Thank you very much.
Have you been to Taco Bell? Have you enjoyed it?
I've had it delivered maybe 3 or 4 times.
Crunchy tacos.
Oh,
And the crunchy tacos, and I don't care what end, because a lot of my American
good.
friends will be listening to this going, Taco
it's
Bell.
not. It's not.
Crunchy tacos
it's-
are the greatest
It's
thing
not
ever made.
authentically Mexican. The
I don't
thing
care.
is,
I don't care. They're amazing.
thing is, shout out to a place in the Perth Road called Mass,
Mhm.
which is a proper Mexican thing. You should go. You'd love it.
Okay.
And the food is extraordinarily good. It's just
I went to the
mind-blowing.
tapas place a couple of years ago.
Yeah, down
just
in-
before,
in the
the
ferry.
ferry. Yeah, that was.
No, Mass, Mass,
Eh.
and it's dead relaxed. And they come out to you. They don't just put it on your plate. They come out with
Oh,
dishes. Here you
yeah.
go, and then you take. And then
Well, the
there's a-
tapas place was.
it gets a good name.
It
But-
does.
but-
and it was a nice environment. It was a nice wee place.
Aye.
But
I went. I told
wasn't
you I went
impressed.
to Kingsway Farm,
Oh
the
yeah,
Carvery.
yeah. That's just. Did you get it delivered in a
No, I went
tray or
there.
a trough?
I went there.
All right.
But I went up and you get, the reviews were bad, but I'm thinking, fuck this, I just fancy going. Anyway, they had beef, they had chicken, they had beef, turkey and ham. So I got these massive slices, filled my plate. And the guy was dead, kind of gallus guy that was serving the food. So my impression was you could just keep going back.
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
But I went up and he was like that, kind of fuck. But I did a bit of banter with him. So he gave me you're allowed more like veg and that.
Oh, right, okay.
You're not allowed to get a second load of the meat.
Oh.
But it was funny because the people who were there was an old lady came in.
Uh-huh.
Nicely dressed old lady, but a woman in her 80s.
Mm-hmm.
She sat down, she had her, her carvery and a bottle of wine.
Oh.
Just sitting there quite sophisticated.
And
then there was these Welsh guys in the queue. They'd fucking driven up from Wales to go to Kingsway Farm.
Wait, now this is the Kingsway Farm. I should explain to people.
It's Ingsway Farm.
The sign's all missing.
The sign's missing.
It's blown away and they've just went, fuck
but
it.
These guys, but I'd looked at the reviews and TripAdvisor and whatnot, and they were quite bad. But they must have changed because the service and the people in there were unbelievably friendly. Whereas before it says the service is terrible. So obviously somebody thought, fuck that.
I knew someone that worked there.
Yeah.
And I could assure you the service would have been terrible.
Was it?
I could assure you.
The service was great. But these Welsh guys said they went, that was their hobby. I think they were wanting to go to every carvery in the UK. But my mum and dad, I was a bit of an arsehole about it. This is a few years before COVID. My mum and dad took me to a carvery place in Edinburgh.
Okay.
And I love, I'm a greedy bastard.
You are.
It was disgusting. And the problem was that the meat was like dry, the roast tatties were soggy, nothing was like flavoured.
Yeah.
It was just, but what was hilarious was, so I was moaning like a little bitch, like I sometimes do. My mum and dad, they don't know why they're popping me. I was like, I'm never coming here again. There was lassies on hen nights.
Oh, no.
And they were dolled up to the nines.
Oh, no.
They were all hefty lasses.
Of course.
But they were going to the all-you-could-eat carvery before they were heading out to the strip show and stuff.
Oh.
And they were shoveling
farting.
it. But it was mainly, it was like lassies on hen nights and guys can like, sales guys. Those kind of guys that travel up and down the country in their Vauxhalls.
Oh my
and
goodness.
And then work guys and just finished their work.
Just bizarre.
Yeah.
It's a strange place, but people seem to love going.
But they were shoveling. But you know what I mean? It was a kind of, nobody, my opinion is I'm a pretty good cook. So I don't need to go out for bulk. If I want to fill a giant plate,
you want to enjoy the flavour.
I want to
leave the table hungry.
I want to try
something
I
understand.
that I don't do in the house. So to go there to stuff your fat bastard face.
I'm going to do this.
That's a please.
Because you're going to keep hitting that fucking thing, and I am a professional.
I'll get the hand.
I am a professional.
I'll get the hang of it. There we go. Get what I mean? Because I used to go to these all you can eat. I got thrown out an all you could eat place in Glasgow when I was about 18. It was all you could eat pizza. And I was eating a lot of that shit. I just kept going. I was just on it that day.
I am great if you take me to a buffet because I'll have one plate of food and go, I'm done. I can't go back.
Heard of Randy Santel?
I certainly haven't.
Randy Santel's like these professional eater guys. And you should see the fucking shit he can eat. I've never seen it. But they train. Like you'd think, I'm going to eat, I'm going to try for a world record. Like the world's biggest taco, a 12-pound taco. You think, you wouldn't eat for 3 or 4 days. No.
Yeah.
You need your stomach capacity, you need to have stretched your stomach. So you need to have had a massive meal a couple of days before.
Oh my God.
So they train.
That's disgusting.
His girlfriend's like 5 feet tall and she can almost eat as much as he can.
That's bizarre.
And it's a competitive sport. People sit there and
vile. Disgusting. I think that's like owning a Rolex.
There's a guy called Beard Meats Food.
You own a Rolex, don't you?
I do own a Rolex.
Piece of shit.
I got it for very little money. But Beard Meats Food, and he goes and he just rocks up and eats their food. These portions, you have the biggest pizza in the UK.
Oh no,
the shite the following day.
I've said this before to you, but if you look at the Chive, say, like website, and it's usually funny pictures, that's where I get them from. And then it's hot girls. It's never just hot girls, it's hot girls beside a burger.
Yeah.
And the next picture you go, she's quite fit. And then you scroll up and there's a burger with 9 bits of bacon and then cheese on it, and it makes me sick.
Oh, aye, okay.
So, in a sort of Pavlovian sort of way,
Aye.
when I see a hot girl in a bikini now, I get kind of nauseated thinking of grease.
Okay.
Greasy chips.
Oh.
It's horrible every time. I
Remember
don't
that
like
advert
it.
for, what was that burger? Roysters Burgers or something? A microwave burger. They got it taken off the TV
Right.
because the guy went round to the lassie's house and she's a bit plain Jane and she wouldn't give out.
Uh-huh.
So he puts a burger on when he walks back through. She's beautiful and in a bikini.
Well, apparently this is the way it works. This is
Well,
what
Cara,
happens.
They've always sold stuff with tits.
Oh, and
Have
so they
you
should.
noticed there's no booze adverts so much on the telly anymore?
Oh, I don't really see TV, so I haven't
No,
noticed.
there's
all
loads of
stopped.
adverts I've just not seen. It's weird.
Well,
There's
the
been
thing
a
is,
big cull.
You've got to be careful when you're selling someone with tits, because say it's something like, there's a skateboard
Aye.
and tits.
Yeah.
So you see a skateboard, you're happy. You see tits, you're happy. But when it's this food that's disgusting,
Okay.
and then you see
But they
tits,
used
and
to
now I
sell.
go, oh,
They'd sell cars with tits and cigarettes with tits.
that's fine.
Everyone was with tits, but
And
they
so
don't
you
use
should.
tits to sell anything anymore.
And apparently, it doesn't sell to men. It sells more to women.
Tits.
Tits,
Okay.
yeah. Sells more to women.
Maybe we should look into this.
I think I should study this.
Maybe our Patreon followers will maybe give us some money.
When I used to work as a photographer, that's what happened.
Did you get that blindness?
No, I didn't do that sort of photography.
No.
But what you did see and was aware of on a magazine cover, if there was a famous woman on it, it would sell well. If she was famous on it and her tits were shown more, it would sell even better. It was a women's magazine. It sold predominantly to women. And it's just... It's,
We've all been
they
caught
don't
up.
care. They don't care what they do. If it said big fucking dog shit with a cigarette stuck in the top, that was what would
there
sell.
used to be
That's
all
what they would
those
take.
Remember there used to be all those creepy like computer magazines and they would always have some bird with their tits out.
Yeah, because they were aimed at a younger market.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're talking women, probably, I think it was 27 to 45 was that age
But do
group.
you get bra adverts anymore? Remember there was all the bra adverts?
Well, I knew the
bras.
girl that was that famous bum that caused all the accidents
Right, okay.
that was taken off the posters. I didn't fall out with her, but I just said, you do realise your bum's more successful than your face.
Yeah.
And then she got kind of offended.
That's unsure. I see Michelle Moen.
Oh, that fucker.
I messaged her the other
Did
day.
you message her?
Well,
I hope she goes to jail.
she should get
She
dragged
should go
out
to
in
jail.
shackles. She got a PPI company which she pushed for.
Yes.
She lobbied for them.
Mm-hmm.
They got a vast
29 million? Something
So
unbelievable.
they made hundreds of millions. And for that,
Unbelievable.
they gave her 29 million offshore account for her and her adult children. And she'd posted on Twitter one of these bollocks fortune cookie things. Don't always believe what you think and see in a sunset.
Well,
And
take them all to
And
court
I
then.
said to her, you should sellotape up to the cell wall. But she's a despicable bitch.
She's a piece of shit.
She's an absolute bitch. She's an embarrassment to Scotland, that cow.
She is. She wants
Yeah.
to stop all tax credits for small businesses. She wants to stop everything.
The-
She hates everybody.
She's
a
a
piece of shit.
despicable, fake-titted asshole.
She's a
I've no
fake.
time.
And you know what?
Mhm.
I'm going to say this, and I hope she hears it. She's still got chubby cheeks. She could never get rid of them.
No, she couldn't.
She couldn't. She's still got chubby cheeks. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I know how much she hates it.
She just
I know
hates
how
the
much
chubby
she's
cheeks.
spent getting rid of that. So
Chubby
fuck
cheeks.
that bitch.
But just there's nothing worse than working class people that just sell out.
Oh,
and
she's
hate their
sold
own
out
people.
and she hates them. She started with fuck all.
Aye.
That's an absolute. That's
Yeah.
fine. But she's turned on.
Yeah,
You know,
turn.
I got it, but no one else should.
Yeah, I did. Pull up
She's
the drawbridge.
Exactly.
No,
she's
she's
a
awful.
piece of shit.
There's someone needing. There's some real. Do you know that MPs in this country are allowed to their Christmas parties? They're allowed to get taxpayers' money for them. Allowed to claim for their Christmas party.
Well, I'm not a man.
I don't
of
think they've
action,
not for their family get-togethers. I don't think.
but for their office.
So say you had a family get-together, but you had your PA there. That's covered.
That's like, now I may have heard this and I might be wrong, but I'm not. That if, say you were a politician in, say, a
Right.
place like Dundee,
Right. Okay.
and you wanted to take a trip somewhere,
Okay.
say London,
Is that okay?
well, as long as you nip into your office,
Uh-huh.
right, that's in Parliament for 2 minutes, you can claim the whole thing.
Oh.
Now, I might be wrong, but I'm just saying if someone's going down to watch the Proclaimers...
It's just appalling.
I'm
Nobody's
just saying.
looking into this. Where's the journalism that's looking into
that's
it?
all gone. That's all gone. We talked about this a couple of podcasts ago. There's journalists out there. There's wonderful journalists.
But
where
they're
do they
just
go?
not...
They're just putting articles into the wind now. They go up on... They put these amazing articles up online and...
Yeah. Somebody doesn't even read the article.
Yeah.
They just link it on tweet and go, there's the headline. They don't,
It's all headlines.
Long-form journalism's dead. Nobody's reading
That's it.
Yeah,
It's all done. It's all done. There's people doing amazing things. Ladies and gentlemen,
Was that us?
that was the catch-up this week, for this month rather. And
God, it's almost 11 o'clock.
it goes in when you're having fun.
Having fun.
That's what it is. Because apparently we're famous. We have people who enjoy listening to us.
Oh my God.
And Paul. And there's all sorts. I heard from him.
Mm-hmm.
He got in touch with me and was just talking about his erection.
Weird Chris, Pervy Paul.
Oh God.
Andrew.
They're all the Andrew. They're all the same.
Sleazy Tam.
They're all there.
Gabe Ross. There's a lot of them.
We could call him Mark Devlin.
Ugh.
I'll say his full name so everyone knows.
Devolution.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Unsavoury crowd, isn't it? It's like somebody. It's very Dickensian.
In the next few days, we'll be announcing our live show. When exactly it'll be.
You're not supposed to say. You're supposed to say there's an exciting announcement coming in the next few days. But that's it.
Everyone, forget what I just said.
It's an
There's
incredible,
something
exciting announcement coming.
Well, it's not. It's for our 300th show. Now, there'll be some of you out there pointing out there's 299. You can all just shut the fuck up. It is 300. Because it's actually more than 300. If you go on Patreon, you'll see there's like a couple of shows on there we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say 300.
We recorded 5 or 6. I forgot to press record.
20. 20.
It was the one. It was 55 minutes. And I looked at you and you looked back at me. And when our eyes met, I could see you knew something was wrong because I was going,
Oh, God.
But you know what? You were a professional.
Did it
and
all
you
again.
went, let's just do it again.
And we did it. And it was better the second time.
It wasn't. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we're tired.
Ta-ta.
Wait. No. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, you have been listening to Derek Findas, I forgot my name, and Goron Vor in the Folk in Scotland. But I was trying to make it a bit more.
Don't bother.
Nah,
a
no
bit
bother.
Noel Edmondsy.
Yeah, later.
Chris Moylesy.
See you a bit.
Ta-ta.